In a time when monarchies were both the rulers and the targets of nations, one queen's life became a testament to survival. Imagine surviving not one, not two, but 7 assassination attempts. This queen didn't just rule, she dodged bullets, bombs, and blades. She ruled with an iron fist, but enemies surrounded her, desperate to end her reign. The tale of her survival is not just a story of escape, it is a chronicle of resilience and sheer willpower. It was supposed to be a routine event. The queen, ever regal and composed, strolled through her well-tended palace gardens, greeting nobles and commoners alike. Yet amongst the crowd, a shadow loomed, a man with a dagger, his eyes locked on the queen, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. He lunged, but missed by inches. Guards tackled him before he could try again. The queen, unshaken, continued her walk, her poise unbroken. But this was only the beginning of a series of harrowing attempts on her life. Who was behind these attacks? And how many more would come? To eliminate the queen, her enemies devised a plan as audacious as it was deadly: a carriage bomb. The royal carriage, a symbol of her majesty, became a potential death trap. The plot was simple: lure the queen into the carriage and detonate it mid-route. But fate had other plans. At the last moment she switched carriages, and the explosion took out an empty seat instead. Someone else wasn't so lucky. The blast obliterated the empty carriage, leaving a scene of chaos and devastation. The queen, unscathed, continued her journey, but the incident left an indelible mark on her reign. The enemy's plot had failed, but the threat remained ever present, lurking in the shadows. At a grand public event, the queen stood before her people, her presence a beacon of hope and strength. Unbeknownst to her, danger lurked within the sea of faces. A gunman, concealed amongst the throng, his pistol aimed straight at the queen's head. At a public event, a man raised his pistol, aimed straight at the queen's head, and fired. The shot missed, but only barely. The queen barely flinched, and the assassin, captured within minutes. The crowd erupted in panic, but the queen remained a pillar of calm amidst the chaos. Each failed attempt only fueled their determination. When brute force failed to claim the queen's life, her enemies turned to a more insidious method: poison. In the shadows of the court, a trusted servant was bribed to slip a deadly dose into the queen's tea. The plot was cunning, relying on the queen's daily routine as the perfect opportunity to strike. But the queen had a secret weapon, her food taster. The servant was caught, and the plot was exposed before a single drop touched her lips. The palace was rife with whispers of betrayal, and trust became a rare commodity. The queen's vigilance had saved her, but the threat was far from over. The enemy's plot had failed, but the threat remained ever present, lurking in the shadows. The 5th attempt on the queen's life was nothing short of diabolical, a plot to burn her alive. One night, her bedroom was set on fire while she was fast asleep. But luck was on her side again. She woke up just in time and escaped through a secret passage. As the flames grew, the heat and smoke began to fill the room. The queen awoke, coughing and disoriented, but her instincts kicked in. With the flames closing in, she made her escape, emerging unscathed but shaken. The fire trap had failed, but it left the queen with a stark reminder of the lengths her enemies would go to end her life. Not all assassins looked like villains. Some wore disguises, blending seamlessly into the queen's staff. One even posed as her personal physician, planning to inject a lethal dose. But his cover was blown just before he could strike. The disguised assassin moved with confidence, his actions rehearsed and his demeanor calm. But the queen's intuition was sharp, honed by years of surviving countless threats. She noticed something amiss, a fleeting glance, a hesitation. Her suspicions were aroused, and she ordered an investigation. The queen's keen instincts had saved her once again, but the constant vigilance took its toll. Her last and closest call came during a grand public celebration. A man dressed as a soldier walked up to her, pretending to present an award. But the queen had learned one thing: always be ready. She stepped back at the last second, and her guards tackled the attacker before he could strike. The man, posing as a loyal soldier, approached the queen, ostensibly to present an award. As he drew near, he reached for his concealed weapon, ready to strike. But the queen, ever vigilant, sensed the danger. The celebration continued, but the queen's close call served as a stark reminder of the dangers she faced. With 7 near-death experiences, this queen wasn't just a ruler, she was a survivor. Her life was a testament to resilience, cunning, and an unyielding will to live. The queen's story is not just a tale of survival. It is a chronicle of an indomitable spirit that refused to be extinguished. Her legacy is one of strength, courage, and an unwavering resolve to protect her reign and her people. Hit subscribe if you love history's greatest survival stories. And if you think you know which queen this was, comment below.